I've heard a lot of people are using Chat GPT as a therapist, and there's a lot of YouTube videos about it other than just this one. And I'm okay with people looking up information. I go to Dr. Google sometimes if I don't know something or want to know something about something that I know nothing about. But it's gathering information from sources. It's not a personal one-on-one. So I understand some people are using it as a replacement for therapy. Uh, it 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 can be used for that, but just I tell people there's some caveats. Please don't put in too much personal information because you're violating your own privacy rights when you do that, because it's gathering your information as well as everybody else who plugs something into it. Please don't use anyone's name in it. And not all of your personal information. It knows who you are and it knows where you are. So be wise, because hopefully no one will hack into that system. But that's neither here nor there. But if you use it for a therapist, just use it with extreme caution, because it's a one-sided conversation. It's sort of like how we are with text messages. The inflection is missing. The humanity is missing. Like I could say the words, oh, really, about 100 different ways. Like, oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Do you see how that's missing when you're reading something off a page? And it might tell you what you want to hear, or you might interpret it the way you want it to be. And it's kind of like, I look at it kind of like a horoscope in a different way. People ask me, do I believe in that? I said, well, I'm a solution focused therapist and I believe in positive psychology. So if the horoscope is good and it makes you feel better, that could be a self-fulfilling prophecy. That is a psychological term, not a religious term. So yeah, if it's good and you want to believe it, go right ahead. But if it's bad, then no, disregard it, because it's not helpful. So, if Chat GPT is saying you go ahead and get a divorce or you do this, please talk to a human before you start making major decisions with your life based on artificial intelligence. It doesn't have emotional intelligence like a human, someone who really knows you, or a therapist who's trained to get to know you and challenge you. And nobody likes to be challenged. I always say therapy is like emotional surgery. Nobody wants to be challenged, but sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it isn't, because there's a human exchange with the rapport with a therapist, a real therapist. There is exchange and rapport with Chat GPT too, but it's a different kind of exchange. And it's more of one-sided because you're feeding it information. It's giving you gathered information from many people back. Is it useful? Yes. But it's like anything that's useful. It's in the hands of the user. So just use with caution. I'm not telling you not to use it. Just use it with extreme caution. There's there are some sites that say it's biased towards you to get you to keep using it. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't looked it up, but I could understand if that was the case. But also just remember that you're biased towards you. So the information you feed it is, of course, going to be mostly in what you want or how you feel. And it's going to give that back to you by gathering information from other people. So go ahead and use it, but please put orange cones around it. If it gives you advice or it gives you some idea of something that doesn't feel right to you or doesn't sit right, question that. Question that. And you don't have to question Chat GPT, although you can just say, I question you, Chat GPT. However you do that, I don't know how you talk to it. And like I said, it's good for information. It may not be so good for people, especially who have a disconnect with others, sort of people who are dissociated from themselves, or they're isolated from other people, or they're extreme introverts. What you're trying to do is come out of your shell and connect with people and socialize. And it's also wonderful for people with social anxiety, that it may be a helpful tool to get some information. But because you have social anxiety, you need to be more social. And a therapist is a good, safe place to start. So depending on what your issue is, just use it with caution. That's all I'm saying. Just use it with caution. And if it tells you to hurt somebody else, just don't do that. Don't do that. And if it's telling you to do something that you think would hurt you, don't do it. It's just another tool. It is a tool. You don't have to believe everything it says. You have to listen to yourself. And I've always said that's my job as a therapist. My job is to help you listen to yourself, reframe that, restate that back to you, see if we can come up with solutions. And I always tell people, if I'm wrong, You have every right to talk to me and we'll talk it out. And I always say, I think I hear what you're saying is this. And if I'm wrong, we talk it out. But that requires a human and emotional intelligence. So I wish you well on your journey to wellness, whatever that may be. And I hope you have a lovely day. And like I said, Chat GPT is just another tool that you can use in your wellness plan, but don't make it the only thing you use, if that makes sense. Okay. Have a great day.